Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ και το...
Thank you very much. We would like to thank the AgriBusiness Forum and Yannis Balakakis, who has chosen such a beautiful location. So, I will tell you some things about our role in production and processing. And before that, I must say that we truly believe in initiatives undertaken by the AgriBusiness Forum and Mr. Balakakis to gather, I would say, the crème de la crème of the agri-food sector, both in terms of academia and technology, entrepreneurship, financing, policy making, in order to discuss such important issues. I will try to be within the time allocated in respect of all of our attendees. We are here as a National Bank of Greece, apart from the fact that the National Bank founded the Agricultural Bank in the past, and we have developed a financing program which is very specialized, the contract farming program. Contract farming finances the production cost, aiming to increase stability in the cycle from producer to the buyer.
Καλεσμένος μας βοηθάει. Λοιπόν, επιγραμματικά.
Very briefly, you see the cycle mentioned in this diagram. To the left is the buyer. No, to the right. The buyer may be a merchant, a processing facility. To the right, we have the producer having an annual or semi-annual production cycle. So the buyer comes to the National Bank and recommends the producers from which they intend to buy for the current crop season. To this end, the bank signs a buy and sales contract with the producer or with a cooperative in order to ensure that the crop will be bought. So this means that at the end of the crop season, it is guaranteed that their crop will be bought. Now, the bank agrees to finance the producers recommended by the buyer. The producer to the right concedes the collateral to the National Bank, and based on the agreed production cost, the producer gets financing. That is a fund that can be allocated to specific expenses, such as fuel, electricity, supplies, plant capital, and tools and equipment. Payment of the financing is made automatically by the payments made by the buyer. The advantage of such financing is that it finances 60% of the production with a floating interest, and it's about specific expenses, as we said. So this is a simple financing cycle. The question is now, why we do this? What are the benefits of financing through contract farming? Based on what we have discussed, the number one benefit is that the producer is actually producing their products regardless of the financial condition. This is the greatest benefit of contract farming. because there are lots of producers that cannot manage in financial terms. Unless there was this contract farming scheme, it is possible that some producers are left out of the production process. The second benefit is that financing focuses on the production cost. Some might say that it is a restrictive factor. In reality, however, everyone is benefited because the whole procedure is speeded up, since there is no need for an extensive evaluation. It is an automated process. The third benefit is the automatic repayment of the financing. This is a benefit not only from the bank, because as the bank ensures that it will collect, but the other parts of the transaction are also benefited. So financing is repaid during each crop season, allowing each producer to be able to get finance even during the next crop season without facing any problems. The fourth benefit: the buyer can also proceed with their own programming. So the buyer usually is a company and they want to know beforehand some information. Therefore, this financing scheme by the National Bank facilitates performance of the farming contract. And of course, there is quality assurance. The buying and selling contract is not a commercial contract, is not a simple commercial act. This contract also includes specifications on the product regarding quality, variety, production methods. And this leads to a quality product, which is a prerequisite both for sustainability and extroversion. Now, to end with the theoretical part, because we want to see what actually happens in practice, we will refer to a real case, and we have a representative by this case. I'm talking about Stevia Hellas. It is a cooperative, Lamia-based cooperative of stevia producers who used to be tobacco producers. Stevia is a plant, a natural sweetener, which is in the same crystal form as sugar. So Stevia Hellas is a cooperative that operates on the principles of sustainability. And this is one important factor that the National Bank of Greece takes into account. They have their own brand, Lamia Stevia, to supermarkets, and it has certified a big part of their production process, while also conducting extensive research and development. They also started with contract farming. The National Bank of Greece has lots of clients in contract farming, financing, with an important turnover and with a few thousand producers. Therefore, I will not give you another case of contract farming, but I'll describe a case that I was really surprised about. This case wouldn't be possible without contract farming. Now, it is a case where short-term subsidy policy is not adequate, and I'll explain. Recently, Stevia and Papastratos, in the framework of corporate social responsibility, enhanced the production process of the tobacco producers in Xanthi region. Some of my friends smoke these new electronic cigarettes that contain 1/3 of the tobacco included in a conventional cigarette. And the anti-smoking campaign has reduced sales in the tobacco industry, and we are talking about a country that exports tobacco. Tobacco producers, therefore, are in need of alternatives. And this is even more important in Thrace, because there the land allotment is really small. So we see that a negative variance in the product price makes both the land allotment and the corresponding family non-viable. Therefore, a solution was needed, an alternative solution was needed. So why stevia? There is a common practice, common season and common equipment with the tobacco. So Stevia Hellas trains producers in regenerative and other innovative production practices, and this leads to our question, where do we lack? What was lacking was the third pillar, that is the National Bank. How else could they reach this alternative solution in order to survive? And we're talking about a population that is whose living is based on the tobacco. So this initiative of Stevia and Papastratos helped in the use of financial tools such as the ones provided by the National Bank of Greece. Thank you.